Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Introduction to Python Programming. If you haven't watched episode 1 yet, I would highly recommend watching it first. Today's agenda is the following. First, we will learn about variables in Python. After that, we will go over all the aspects of data types before learning how to do math in Python. At the end, we'll conclude our lesson today with some practice problems. With no further ado, let's get started. Did you know that variables are pieces of data that can store memory? Variables are objects that can store values. For example, if we assign the value 5 to variable x, then every time that we use the variable x, we are really using the value 5. I know that this may seem confusing at first, but don't worry. We'll go over examples and visualizations on what variables are. Let's talk about defining variables. In the first line of code, writing var equals 0 sets the variable with name var equal to 0. In the second line, we print var. Since var is 0, we just print 0. We can also change the value of variables, as depicted in line 3. The variable will always represent the last value that it was assigned. In this case, it's 12. In addition to storing numbers and strings in a variable, we can also store inputs in variables. Now, let's talk about data types. In Python, there are a few different types of data. These are some of the most common data types. Let's go over them. An int is a number or integer. All of the values displayed are ints. A float is a decimal. Examples of a float would be 132.3, 23.1, 2.35, -30 and 7.0. A string is a word, sentence, or just a list of alphanumeric characters. For example, these are strings. A bool is a true or false statement. It may be easier to think of this as yes or no. There are only two possible values for a Boolean value. It can be true or false. I would recommend pausing the video and taking a good look at this chart. The type function in Python finds the type of a variable or value. For example, type of 12 is int and type of true is bool. Did you know that you can convert between types? These are the functions that you can use to convert between data types. First, we have int. It returns the integer form of var. Next, we have float, which returns the decimal form of var. Similarly to the other functions, we have string, which returns the string form of var, and bool returns the Boolean form of var. We also have the type function. The type function returns the data type of the input value. I would recommend pausing the video and taking a good look at this chart. Did you know that we can also do basic arithmetic in Python? We can find the values of basic arithmetic equations by printing them out or storing them in a variable. For example, print 1 plus 3 prints out 4. These are the basic math operations in Python. Let's go over all of them briefly. Addition is in the form a plus b. For example, this would print out 10. Subtraction is in the form a minus b. For example, in this variable declaration, result would be equal to 6. Multiplication is formatted with an asterisk in the middle of two values. This would print out 24. Division is in the form where a slash is in the middle of the two values. For example, the value of quotient would be 7. Lastly, we have exponents. Exponents are formatted with two asterisks in the middle of two values. This line of code prints 8. I cannot stress enough that you must print these values out or store them in variables. If you fail to do so, those values are rendered useless. For example, this line would do absolutely nothing to your code. Let's try some practice problems. Pause the video and try these on your own before I go over them. Your code for the first one may look like this, and your code for the second one may look like this. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you will be notified when lesson 3, lists, tuples, and strings comes out. This video took me like 7 hours to make. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video.